Placemaking Wales Charter has been developed by Welsh Government and the Design Commission for Wales in collaboration with the Placemaking Wales Partnership, a group representing professions and organisations working within the built and natural environment. The Charter builds on the strengthening focus on placemaking in policy and practice in Wales and aims to provide a common understanding of the range of considerations that go into placemaking. Placemaking involves thinking about whole places, not just a single development or a land use in isolation. It's about creating people-focused, active and distinctive places. Placemaking doesn't start with choosing paving and street furniture. It's about thinking about the activity of a place. It involves early decisions about where to develop, how much to develop, what uses to include, how to connect to other places, the quality of streets and spaces, and the features that make up the distinctive identity of a place. Fundamentally, placemaking is focused on people to ensure we deliver inclusive, socially connected and vibrant communities.
Placemaking in general is important because it connects different aspects of the built environment together. Architecture, landscape architecture, urban design, city planning. Rather than having fragmented and isolated projects and initiatives, it says the collective is what's important. Traditionally, placemaking, or what is now considered placemaking, was driven by architects and developers, which is you design and build a bunch of houses, you build them, and that becomes one. Or you build a school or a shopping center or an office, and it needs to take into account other aspects also beyond architecture, landscape architecture, urban and city planning. All that is true, but for example, what is the economics of the project? Who is it benefiting? Is it just profit or private profit for the business people, which is important, but how do people benefit from it? So that should include sociology. How do people perceive and move about their place? It should also include things like anthropology. What is meaning? So these are not just functional spaces and places where people live, work, and learn and play, but also they have symbolic meaning for them. What a place looks like, is it comfortable? Does it bring back good memories? Does it hearken to a better future, and so forth? So it must be multidisciplinary to take into account all those aspects.
The Charter outlines 6 placemaking principles that cover the range of considerations that contribute to establishing and maintaining good places.
So the people and community principle is very much about the local community are involved in the development of the proposals. The needs, aspirations, health and well-being of all people considered at the outset. Proposals are shaped to help to meet these needs as well as create, integrate, protect and enhance a sense of community and promote equality. I think it's very important to involve the community at a very early stage because they should be placed at the heart of the process and they should know that they are being placed at the heart of the process. It's important that a dialogue is created with these communities from a very early stage of the whole design process, so we can actually establish core values and core requirements and also aspirations of what the community want for that particular place.
So the location principle is all about ensuring that places grow and develop in a way that uses land efficiently and that supports and enhances existing places and that they're well connected. The location of housing, employment and leisure and other facilities must be planned to help reduce the need to travel. So here at Swansea's waterfront, we can see a fantastic mixed-use and vibrant community emerging from a brownfield site, where opportunities for work and leisure sit alongside quality new homes. This presents a vision of the future that moves us away from some of the more isolated and monofunctional car-dependent developments of the past.
Y syniad o hunaniaeth, dyma edrach ar y rhinweddau hynod, positif ac unigryw o lefydd presennol. Gall y rhinweddau a'r cyfleoedd yma gynnwys treftadaeth, iaith, yr amgylchedd naturiol ac adeiladol, ac mae'n bwysig bod rhain yn cael ei amlygu a'i adlewyrchu mewn unrhyw ddatblygiad. Mae pob lle'n unigryw dydy, a mae'n bwysig adlewyrchu ar y ffaith bod yna hynna o hanes, mae yna wahaniaethau diwylliannol o un ardal i llall hyd yn oed. Mae yna bethau hynod am y diwydiannau sydd wedi bod yn digwydd yna. Mae yna iaith, mae yna wleidyddiaeth. Mae'r holl bethau mae'n helpu i liwio hunaniaeth unrhyw ardal ac unrhyw adeilad neu datblygiad newydd ydych chi'n rhaid mewn unrhyw le. Fedrwch chi'n cael eich llygaid i'r ffaith bod hyn i gyd yn digwydd. Mae'n hawdd sbio a cymryd y pethau obvious, y pethau da ni'n cymryd y ganiataol fel o'n i ddwy'n chydig o hwn, o'n i ddwy'n chydig o llall, ond rili angen dysgu sydd i wrando ac edrach yn iawn, a mond drwy wneud hynna, dwi'n meddwl, da ni'n gallu creu llefydd sy'n medru cynnig y sens o hunaniaeth i bobl, i ymgartrefu ac i wneud o yn lleoliadau nhw eu hunan mewn ffordd i greu llefydd hyfryd i fod.
The movement principle is about prioritising walking, cycling and public transport over dependence on private motor vehicles. It's about making sure that places are well connected and that they reduce carbon emissions by promoting well-connected spaces that link into public transport and active travel networks, and that mean that people have choice of travel modes for their journeys. Well, less car use and reducing car use and ownership means that we'll should see a reduction in carbon emissions, which will improve air quality. And less cars also means that we'll have less call on space, so there'll be more space available to create better quality streets that mean that walking, cycling, playing, socialising and exercising are visible, welcome and seen as a normal part of everyday life.
The mix of uses principle is about places having a range of purposes which provide opportunities for community development, local business growth and access to jobs, services and facilities via walking, cycling or public transport, development density and a mix of uses and tenures which helps to support diverse community and a vibrant public realm. So here in Barry Waterfront we are very close to walking and cycling distance from thousands of residents, so there's a significant population that can support a big mix of uses. Here in this new urban high street development we are really close to a large housing development, but also have a range of uses here to serve their needs. So we've got bars, restaurants, office space, an outdoor gym, and it's been really welcomed by the local community here and attracting new people to the area and creating a real buzz. But that's not going to be possible in all parts of Wales because of density and viability issues. So it's important to work with what is achievable, and that can be something as simple as a school, a bus stop, even a letterbox or a bench, just having incidental places where people can meet and interact. The public realm principle is about streets and public spaces that are well defined, welcoming, safe and inclusive with a distinct identity. They're designed to be robust and adaptable, with landscape, green infrastructure and sustainable drainage well integrated. They are well connected to existing places and promote opportunities for social interaction and a range of activities for all people. A good public realm should be safe, accessible to all, incorporate green features that support biodiversity, include green infrastructure and support the life of a place. Placemaking is a collective pursuit and requires collaboration, vision and the commitment of all parties involved in shaping places. The Charter is a tool to promote positive action and provide common ground for all to work towards. We welcome any organisation or business involved in placemaking to sign up to the Charter and promote what it represents. The Charter is accompanied by a guidance document which expands on the 6 principles and links to further reading on the range of elements that need to be considered in placemaking. This can be found on the Design Commission for Wales website.
Over 25 of the organisations that make up the Placemaking Wales Partnership have signed up to the Charter, reflecting their commitment to upholding and promoting the principles of placemaking in their practice. We welcome any organisation involved in delivering places or shaping the built environment to sign up to the Charter too. Information about how to do this can be found on the placemaking section of the DCFW website, dcfw.org.